Spanish dominance in the Champions League, Craig. Barcelona won in 2015. Real Madrid have won 4 of the last 5. Spanish teams overall have won 7 of the last 10 Champions League, going back to 2009. But Manchester City are favourites this year. Juventus are third favourites. Bayern and PSG are favoured above Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. Is this the year, perhaps, when Spanish dominance, recent Spanish dominance, comes to an end in the Champions League?
Well, possibly. I mean, it goes in cycles, I suppose. I mean, the Italians dominated for a little while, and then English clubs raised their head, and Chelsea won the Champions League, Liverpool won it again, Man United won it on a couple of occasions under Sir Alex, and then the Spanish kind of took over recently. But I'm not surprised the Spanish. I mean, Real Madrid and Barcelona in particular have always been a huge draw for top world players. What I would say, obviously, you know, City are strong, PSG have been strong, but neither of those two teams, and I'm thinking about the money, have actually got over the line yet and proved they can do it. The Spaniards they've got the T-shirt, been there, seen it, done it over many, many times.
Julian, what's your feeling? Is this the year that recent Spanish dominance can be challenged? I'm thinking particularly perhaps of PSG.
Yeah, I think challenge for sure. We saw English club last season being really strong with 5 clubs in the last 16, for example. Not all of them then went far, apart from Liverpool, obviously, almost all the way. But I think the English clubs will be very powerful. Obviously, I hope for PSG that they can be around there too. Bayern Munich have a chance as well. But like we've said before, Niko Kovac as a new manager, there's a big question mark around that. And then I saw that Lionel Messi said after the Boca Junior game that the Champions League was the priority for Barcelona this season. They haven't won it for a long time, and I think seeing Real Madrid winning it 3 times in a row, if you are Barcelona or Barcelona fan, must really, really annoy you. So, you know, I can see Barca really going all for the Champions League this season, more than La Liga, for example. So I think it will be a very open competition.
Yeah, Lionel Messi even saying as much on the field before that Juan Gamper trophy. It's not very many times in recent years we've seen Barcelona and Real Madrid not amongst the top 2 or 3 favourites.
And I think as a club, the experience of getting there and doing it is invaluable. And Pep Guardiola spoke about this last year and talking about how he wants to build Manchester City into a club that can compete consistently, not just on a one-off, not just win it once now and then you kind of forget about it, but a legacy that will live long after him. You also have to keep in mind, and I think this is an important factor, that between Barcelona and Real Madrid, now Juventus, they had the 2 standout players of a generation, Lionel Messi and Ronaldo. I think that factored heavily into that Spanish dominance as they kind of ran the table.
So if you're putting your money down, or if you're putting Craig's money down, you betting
if I was putting Craig's money down, I was
betting against the Spanish team this year?
I am this year. I think This is the most open of the Champions League tournaments we've seen for quite some while. I still think there might be something wrong with Real Madrid. I think Lopetegui might have a problem this season. Barcelona are a very, very good side, but they haven't done particularly well in the last 2 or 3 years. That might be slightly better. But I think it's a very open. Man City have got every opportunity to go and win it this time.
Man City, yeah. If I was putting my money down right now and I was going outside of Spain, I would only go one place for experience. That would be Juventus.
Juventus. They're right there. Third favourites.
For the experience of the manager, for the experience of the one area I'm worried about is the Buffon departure and the replacement in goal there. But in terms of the defence, it's strong. The midfield is strong, and they've bought obviously one of the greatest players in the world. If he's fit, playing through the middle.
They've got a massive squad, Juventus. When you look through the list of players, the teams they can pick, Allegri could also go quite weak at times in Serie A and then pick the best team for the Champions League.
Ronaldo's only gone there for one reason, hasn't he? It's not to win a Serie A title.
Well, I'm sure he'd like to win it because they've won it, I think, 7 straight. But at the end of the day, he's gone for the big one again.